And Camilla does with them. Oh, Nana Yao. For every single day that lady stays in prison, I weep for this republic. Nana, for some reason. Oh, Nana, I have my reasons why for every single day. Just within 2 weeks, Konongo fee, the pictures are here. ACO Konongo, the DC, the MC at Konongo can confirm to government say you couldn't fin free pay. Nipa 13 who at the spot. 2 who can home. They reported 15 deaths. The debris, the spot of the accident is still there right now. Ewo Konongo fee, me de miche mo mi ko 2 accidents in so. And enrechi ya so obakwe wu nipa 15 ne pra enrechi ya. Enti 6 years for multiply her say nipa hin be wu ansa na ye wie ayin
ni ana wo ye nurse ni ana wo ye ojuma nipa wo ye ejuma ye betimi aboa onu esidan na debia bosombia ye tua oka ni ate okakra ye benya companies bi na omone banks na ye ejuma enti se onim se woni oma ye ba wo be kwa ko hu omo no ma ba obosia Sabusia no dibechia abanto ni gapo ha ni etuo bia ewo ho na ye we container si ya na omo yi e de akoto terminal woni aban ni asembia.
We shall reintroduce automatic posting of teachers, and we shall scrap the teacher licensure exams.
Afeso ya green say Koko na debia ya de kwa manone na yakoye hu adwuma ho ne ya chocolate ne de abre no yes ya bre ya pese factory na ya de ye koko no ya de ba bibia yidua koko no we fo no fifi ya beba betu borehole wo ho ne de polytank si ho. And I can assure you the price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land.
Is that in the first 120 days, we'll provide the seed money upfront for the Women's Development Bank.
24-hour economic clock. 1 job, 3 shifts, 3 people. And one of the things we'll do when we come back into office is to complete the 200 community day schools that we began.
The Agenda 111 hospitals they are building, I'll continue and finish them.
Obviously, with the Maminchia na memo kwa banfa umbra round DJ report so na ene ensembi ekoso ewo my ganem ha eno ena nam so amanipa bebre no adoma no atum kire se enka ne yie mo pa de enka ba yemfa mbotachi nke yemfa mboba bi na so so kam ya yese na de aba no tachi nko an de bono na so so ba pa de nya de se aba no ebitimi ka ba ne nyina ne se NDC yaban eba sui waye na adwene se asem ba court na se efa NDC ni hu de ya ene ne wato adi ene obenya kwan nya ne trade di makofia ka kwagina home ne mu onye NDC ni na ofira monyoko fufuro mu de ya ene na edipa ena aye no ofiri se NDC yaban ba sui NDC nim ono na de hye konokono ya wonu madi ni patem fra hemfo so ekosi president so ekosi headmasters so edi ma atemu nyina free treko katre na so NDC fo mbo ho wa eno de ye na so se uye amnyokuo fufuro mu ade hye na onim na akoka seti yaban dia ene na chese dia eni ani pa ena ebi ebeye wo fisa o man Ghana ye wonsem ene hayen twe o man ne kwa akire ne so aban no manani nko ho eno de aban no de ato nchen ena sebi manu sisimu na so niam man hyeden hia o man no ene momu na aban ne sese na ni kuhu a na ni abrigidigidigidi ya wo kuhu na wo twe ho man so abayo efe ne se Camilla ya wo kokodidi o man pani atem sa aseme no kan se aseme no kan ye enei otwinimu ya yese wo kakodemu afebo aga akodemu afe baako e de aye adwumaden de ama oman no na eno na ebinim kire se enti aban ba ye enti niam ahodo bi akoso oman ni mu a eti amra enti aban no wo hunu ya na obi nkase obi fuma emaye mfa ne nkonkotum na enso so wo hwe kwan a aban fa so a wono de obo na de hye ho ban na watu na ne esi MPP 43 so no na chese kabima minka bi pa de ene asai eno na Professor Smart Sarpong ene wo chese wo suo magana papa wo de nyanto boase na etie nsem ahodo ene o maka nyantoboase ne tie Professor Sumato Sarpong na afenji so wura Collins Amankwa ya kan na oye MP ewo menhia ene wono so anya adaje akire nsem mu kakra mepese obaje bere na watie bie na ne nyina mu no so ene aban ba so kwantempon ye frin kan kosi kumasi ya nanka MPP aban oye bomu kwan kakra na ate traffic so na timiama aban na nya bere ne waye ya kwan ne ye no na aban ba ye sebi wono so akogye contract foforo ya wotwa sika puduo ya wono so de ba hye ase die ntira ene wagya nkran kumasi de ato hon mo ene woka akoye foforo ni nyina no nyantoboase ne tie nkyiremu a saa mpanimfo ede ebae wadaro malaki video yi ma me na hye ne fo adwenkyere bra ne yehwene nko ne nkotie mpanimfo yi analysis ya wonom ede to dwan
in fact must start the mid-year review citizens perception survey on series of issues politics kakraka ho general issues ekoso on minimum the people's view on it ka ho and radie I'll find a way of including it into the questionnaire near here near man for so adwene ekire omofa near esi enra no any constitutional review for so issues no dia ban ho near de means a constitutional review na consulting wide, but I still would want to know the so-called ordinary people on the street what they are feeling is on the various issues na constitutional review ndia ban nti akoya chinche ofi asesa na wa mpemre nddd ekire sa no ahwe ne ekoso a na Ghana so yehune ketu asa ne so pa me amafa me ho adi ekwan ya na menua honorable eka ho asemi akra kumase anadwu kura de konongwasi ma ahimachefo na eba no wa ansa wachi ankofa konongo dumase for school no mu ankofa sa eno na yesa wo frustrate ni waka krumo esi me sure se ba na de police atimi akokoko clear road no but esi ehwa akronwa so nipa 13 to 15 ewu ye some 2 weeks ago eba news mu konongo fie nrechi akra kumasi road ya so accident see nipa 16 ne prior ba ku free mu me ka kosi se ye pe express road no nana enso yesi ebi de wanu ma na oto ayabi enti ye be hwema from nipa 15 from nipa enrechi nipa 1 near prafo be over 15 ye be hwema nipa sen for how long kosi 6 years time wa express road be ready no enti na ye stress whereas we still work on the express road no nana a national call minim sempani for na mu tie omanfo na dwenkyere so de kan mo yi ho yes we don't hate the express road but nipa so nkoso engu emprasa e wo kwan ne so 6 years time na nipa di dem nipa epra no nyame amfafia na ya abro so enti ni aye kan wadaroma muntie akra kumase kwa is begging for attention na mo hwe na mo nya ho bibi sisi ai pass bypass no a ekopie cement for no ho Bomfa Junction no buem ho no no that bypass is now growing back as a forest. Do something and media enchia no baby am dey fa ka to no abodie so say just within 2 weeks ni Konongo fie the pictures are here esi wo Konongo the DC the MC at Konongo can confirm to government say ni kuro mfimfini pe nipa 13 who at the spot two ko ka ho they reported 15 deaths. The spot of the accident is still there right now. Ewo Konongo fia me de mitwa mo mi ko to accident ne so. Ena enrechi ya so obako awu nipa 15 ne pra enrechi ya. Enti 6 years for multiply we say nipa he ne be wu ansa na ya wie ayi no. They should do something about it.
Say ya na enchobo na ewu akire ni nti o. Eno nti na akwan ho asem wo man we no ka na chese wabre because me aka akwan ho asem akwan no say ye tukwan tukwan prof utukwan ya sebi uko UK kwan dada na ho no say omo person omo ye nfoforo omo di bibe guso omo wawai
yes
ba ye ha uma contractor I just obe why contract ne
first obe so be wawai ni
no na ebet me balloon we na price no what is the message? So at the end of the day, no, ye di ye ho abro. Eti obewie no kwan so hwe kwan ni thickness a. Kiti. Ensuo to ya ka kese fa so na ni nyina. Eti ya kwan sem no de say ya nya deliberate about it. Now say ye pe asphaltic roads in this country. Now say debia no ye be ye fofora ye be wa so there. We also have a long way to go.
na no social media na mrante bia why kwan na kitom to say plate bi o ma wa e dey krom ni ade
na me say mre bi contract bi ye kwan sa kwan na awiabo a kwan ni timi hu to say balloon enframa nam kwan na se no na me ni ba bi osu an engineering work you see but ye tua nika
of course
Sani ama we nyina yaka ho asemo in fact Kumasi and crime Quantimpo no die second largest
arguably the busiest road.
It's supposed to be the busiest.
Okay. Road engineers this morning.
Na commercial food tropa dia kwa kogu panyini bi edan anu amana hu se ekwan no so mfaso bi aye de faso
causing fear and panic sa charge bi na the boy run no that so dem no kana eden Camilla no Camilla that so dem nana yaw for every single day that lady stays in prison I weep for this republic me re ho say nana for some reasons Nana, I have my reasons why for every single day.
Is that
when you are gagging free speech, which is fundamental, a writer, Ubia enjoy. Free speech is a buyer, no crowd called Trasua. And you are so trained, Cassie near the man. You know, Nana. In fact, selective application of law in this country, no. Emboa will be biao. Say court of the Nebodra, Yanche de uncle. We're in this country, name Crawford, a good nipper be who fee. Kikan someone can see two on so treaty or more. But bizarre say, Ebia once a one maybe about could be the Asocia barman. But then idea, acquired to say, O Casana will share what she. Apostles of democracy and this if we as them near can you and ne o mama o my Ghana say oh yeah oh sorry crana your machine I don't know me in paboni fosi it won't beg or say baby a democracy adri mom pese ni pasa bechira o madwene wo man we mu mom pese ni pa bechira o madwene
na se na ya we mom enya badaya kakra eye obi ba anka obepene me na kotum
I don't know Biba.
Now Babesia what me use Konkodua oba akanim mpre a chese said o musi twitwa no na sebi woye nipa ansem na ye kan you oba Babesia pa memma timi the bet timi the bet e twitwa na man the body obi amoma che na wie e na de ye me time kra so ba ko ekoso ne say some of the police officers you know say the accused person be equal. Look at the one handle no. Ni ya twetwe ha ni atwe ha. Ni ye mia na no se so by time to forever. Me dwene ho amenti ase.
Oti ase so wa anwene.
Na ya. Eno so ya eno so free ni. Na ye wo say yes ye pia se ho ye omo tan. What is that? Professional police officer who handle accused nipa no crime has not been convicted. Now who handle in the manner highly humiliating
and
very embarrassing.
Anyway, I heard the work table it is what it is.
The cardinal
Prof.
I insist for each single day a rano a basic meeting so the prison for this. I weep for this republic. Make us say which penny can say over Prof and can say we 24. Do you get it? And can say me 24. Senior, why na what is a to a binumo for? Hey, and a binum quan here for to a binum de here for two.
So we because I buy a crack of bisa and an room there. Hey, Kevin Taylor.
I don't want us to go back, but
and someone for
I don't know, be the idea and no be the idea who say nine. What kind of visual separations are I don't know. And to me, dear, penny for 80, I'm moving to me release lady, no. Me name how family life, her family life name Ma or one
no,
yeah, but for every single day that lady stays in prison, I insist, say, I will continue to weep for this republic. There's a mobro phone one because why you mobro.
Omatwe na so kakra ye pa omoche.
Come on.
Mo de omapanyin extend our presidential pardon to yenua bay. Why? Yes sir. Na afi de asem no kra tan. Omapanyin na nkasa kra no kaseti ya nkrofo. Ewo kromo ha. Ni nyina ye de che no. What is the measure? You see USB, emro call parliament. Ni nyina ye de che no. Enti edru ba bia we should tamper justice with mercy. Na mebo no ya twi na so kakra yenja yenua.
Another question near organizer no yeso akoka sati Bawumia na Dr. Bawumia say ono onya interested in that case. Ye jana na say ono so chenchena nipa nya interested ko mugu so prosecute no.
To be honest, maintain
the update on that case. They should leave that gentleman and leave that gentleman. Sabi Obia woni din obo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia din Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so onye interested in the case. Look at it. Munja no dey hwehwe ni mu no.
Odo matwe na so kakra
they should leave that gentleman. Ono so we abusu he has
aso train there.
Please.
You need a minimum
Nana, if they should prosecute that gentleman, I'll be sad for this country. If they don't release the Camilla lady, I'll continue to.
Because sometimes out of frustrations,
prison is that where they are hurriedly putting the lady there over this? Prison chronoa and so prison for let's be sensitive kakra, let's be passionate kakra as a people.
Mate madam wase Professor Sarpong and Honorable Collins Usuaman kwa hear him say Honorable Bernard Bedi Akon Beidu ebaba beka ye hono na akwatia
B3
but you train say B3 baba beka yensa no Randy.
Yeah, Nana.
Me no shots there. Me ma 15 minutes and name a good table no so no. Pacho the opesa can be within 15 minutes. And I'm rano so say wo ka say obi ani ho kwan so obam just me. Enti sa so na obi so kasa.
I just say wo.
Ai. Me pe and am wo. Asa time na me dia. Bet you crack just san ko mention no. Enu so be den.
Ayo. For democracy nya djuma ofia any be hadwene say democracy ni via hapa dia any be hadwene
da bi media na nya absolute democracy Mr.
Anyway say
Randy start
na ya koda sorry ya fe ya say ya boka gu 93 million down the drain. Court of Appeal acquits former MASLOC boss, but AG heads to Supreme Court. Nana yaw na otwi de ope court wa gini din pa wo ewiase mu ha Court of Appeal Ghana
adin
Nana yaw
Collins
chese ensem no me de meti ye na nkasa no meti apai me aba besi ne na bisa me ho se wo ma yenhwe niam yi yenhwe niam yi pa attorney general de well experienced legal practitioner, academic, politician, or a former senior colleague in parliament. Sabi Juarungu Abrantie Abogatanga na Obonebra Wakusku Unimdi na me kenkan judgment no medine ho yaw kakra na yawa medie no min komu bebre na emumu no mesrese Supreme Court no den ko njai na na
are
cause 90
the cause 90 is saying
I'm not a legal practitioner except to say me a paralegal na say court acquittal discharge obi na in criminal jurisprudence asem na making you na attorney general say or kwa ko overturn this decision. I don't think say is known in criminal jurisprudence except to say civil law and sadie no be hunhun no ewom enti maame no so na ye criminal charge in ye debo no di be ye cosnenti me from where I sit me gitum say attorney general na nkasa timi identify on record say ensem no omona state na the ball ma me no incomplete there na went me am fill in and now one draw court no attention say we any defects are detected based on records now we ja ho na say judgment aba na ya acquitted ma me na discharging it there me mesre say attorney general say you should taxpayers money ko file bibia enko bibia because o kind said almost eye boapaye eboapaye say ye kwan be na be fa so ma me na be free no enti no ye ma tokro bi medo na ma me ne mfa humpie na momu no de ha me ne say 93 million okay kan nyina akra bomu a odim say cost implication is I think is more than 500 million. Yes, more than 500 million. Ghana city nyen kwada sika na ye ka ho asem enti sa 93 million no nyina say ye pese e kire say ni nyina no ko waste na asem na da ho na yasem kase o enti sika fa maame no sabi ne nsem a yaka ho asem ya kantamanto emeyi ejahyehe wo mu sika ya maame ekodi maame hu a yaka ho asem ye o mantima nkire ba bi sika no eko account ekoto mu ene ba bi ekodi ye no enti ye ja ho sa na eti MASLOC sika o mede ko Batampa Microfinance Company Limited no maame no odinsi hu kase a microfinance for no ka se omuntimi enu nti no nsa magi sika ne back no se sika no a omudi gu Ghana must go mu ehia no bachona no se sika no ye hunu bio no se sika no so no ekwa na asembe na ye ka ne krom ha sei enti say ya quitting at discharging the crowd na sika sem no so are we saying say there were no procurement breaches? In fact, and some no akoso no court of appeal. Asem no odion. So try judge no. What na say edi asem no. Wa bregu. Ati ase. Say opro didi a onwam so didi. Anonymous appeal this morning. Say Sedinam Tamaklo Atianu Ationu Edidia Yan regional chairman won to me so Edidia because e didn't na make cancer. It's so sickening say Obako die onumpo die enyo onu ankasa na directly oko engage in sa illegal mining no. Na emumu no yesi wakofa aban to me kakra. Akọ transfer mineral right no ni sell to me no. Enu nti onko afiase 20 years. With hard labor. Na kwan yo mo fa so try chema won to me wo kromo ha no. Nana yaw. Usain Bolt echen wo mo che o mo se ogina field etumrika na se ogina tracks etumrika na se wo hwe se ekwan a expeditious trial omodi ye regional chairman efam wo krom ha edru ba bia che se court no kra break kra kodidi kra otimi se ye aduane to omo a che se ekwan bia so e wo se chairman asem no ye din intem so ye din intem so ye boa ne kumfo ye de na kwa akotwiri mu 20 years ye ma me Sedinam same court no competent court of jurisdiction etna nasem so court no started di nasem no adru ba bi ye ma me se ne ho dodo no ti okohwe ne ho yare okọ United States of America ne ho to no nyina na wo ho wa mabio wa mao api no woni timba wa mao o twen se na ban ene ne party beba abem ene maami aban NDC ne oho ne party ena ewu oman we ne se ni nti no akwa ba se ono nso so 10 year jailer sentence court no de man no high court to the man no and the court of appeal say a wasted can say resources say court no betina so be canin sem 78 counts ni nyina onko fie sika no batampafo sika ye kodi ni nyina maame ni nkonu nkonko di maame no say yes yanya acquitted and discharge ne de prof so decision ne de ba dia ene de na chese woni obi ani ase woni obi ani ase mo bibie mu woni obi ani ase mo bibie mu it say no na wo hwe 3-member panel na court of appeal we share omudin Justice Emmanuel Ankama on the preside ye Justice Samuel Obeng Diewu and Justice Emmanuel Senior Amedahi. Yes, we money ekuku damwa omotina asem ne so wo money PM fo a omotina asem ne so na me hwe Emmanuel na anam se ampa nyame ne ho ampa because hwe se the decision na bana onyame ne maame ne ene wo sisi a chese edi asumdue sonko abre no na emum amagana no kwan a NDC for the amagana efa so no asefem kwan a ban we de omagana efa so no asefem kwan a ora mahama ban yi amagana omu evrepi amagana ehye na ne ya no ano odin papa say 93 million cedi down the drain just like that sikanu nyina ekọ so are we saying say ayampa say time wa mama ne kwaji sikano every say microfinance ne ho no say sikano anko account to BM na mo yi cash omo withdraw cash ene de mama me no ti say sikano hini ne kosi ye asam we de etwa so ntwa yo mom ye nhwe wo ye o senkpon court no de be na court say omo akwete na discharge no na emumu no say fine bi kra attached to her in at least make say Ghana sika bi akwa ekọ ye no yensa ka sika no kakra but here we are sika ni nyina court of appeal say oh maame no fa ne hu nkodi ni nyina kan sesem maame nya ne ho tam ebe sponsor NDC party tam ewo krom ha all because court to say on fa ne hu konkodi na emom sika sem ne de bibia no yenka ho asem bio a ye gya ne nyina de manyankopon wo krom ha ye gya de manyame na kwan ya NDC for de Ghana for bi nam so yimu a ekoso in a legal you can say justice system asefim highly pathetic koto de ne bodwe ye nyanhye de onko ene wasemba etimi hwedin o ya ndisi ne eno ane se attorney general file nolly prosecute kona ko didi ye jao aben yi ba ye ono an nkrofo osusu so mo ye ne party made wajai wo mo dodo na wajai wo mo ene an body NDC for okromo a ushia NDC ni bia chesa wotia no kra wontie adan a court no gina yachi sa suban we eye suban a emwa eye suban a in fact prevent even investors from investing in our economy say hey why lies the justice say me be investment kra na say aban yi the selective application of law na ye adwuma dia ene ye say ne baby a me free ba no me sika kam kra ye mfa mame eti aban no wonhwe niema yi o wonhwe niema yi mesre attorney general say ye nyina ya gye atomu say Sedinam tamaklo ya maame no onko fie sika fa ne nsem ene afoforo bi conspiracy to steal na mosa charge ne say e stealing na ni nyina ye kan nsem ni nyina wie ye nenne court of appeal say ye free maame no say ye sika sem na ye kan dia ene obi oso koye adwuma bia yesu say wonya sika free mu no ene say nipa no so ye free na justice for all if not to dia ene mesre and this if any moral right bia say henceforth omo be chastise MPP ni bi anase people perceived to be opposition members. Say omo di nsemone because what is good for goose is equally good for the gander. Now say koba say ya na yebe kono dia. Anye where is law of equity? He who scores for equity must come with clean hands. And someone this for can ya anti-corruption. Ya ba ye be yesi. Sika bia e kodi di nkrofobia na omo wo NDC aban dada animu a fe o masa aba no enne me ne wo ka say Attorney General Johnny 2 means so and also a member but a minister for justice Intino and Attorney General until we a cabinet minister cabinet eshia cabinet adwene ho say obi oye NDC ni bia ye na na sem no yemfa nche no ye de asem amanyame wo kromu ha ye de asem amanyame na ye nyina ye wo kromu ha so because ana ye wo man mu ha e kwan ama fa so a mo eye justice for say no mo ma ye hwe niam ye wo mo ma ye hwe niam ye elsewhere e shebufu da ko ebe me nipa ni bi aka say aden enough is enough intention no e doso e kwan ama fa so a mo din yi mu ena ebu man no e doso aban yi din semoni bebre okokan ya na omatikokum acha say ena yebeti na kromu ha dia na say ena aban yi ba beye pa dia then we have a long way to go. So to the best of my knowledge henceforth Samu kasa bebre na we discuss na this for no munyaka munni Samu right in bio munyaka because a court of appeal decision by me hunu mo comments suddenly more shifting goalposts afa mu defend this and Attorney General Dadano did shoddy job. But the question is, new Attorney General so by or detectives say claims, including records, incomplete, and also so no. What do you have to say? What do you have to say? Other than people are just being hypocritical and pretentious in this country, especially NDC, because any acquire more faswa, modi nipa bi faso no. Ano den
pastor TC akasima ba ko ne fa
ano den nana yo and TikTok say ye profile oni ahwe account ye hwe account ye hwe ba bia wo free ba ye hwe previous post awaye wo ho a na ye send you message wo ho a na ye threat bi mu na wo ye bechew ni o mo jai NDC foi okay, I must say back could be boy be or do nano see a flag bearer. So Dr. Mama Dubo me or Cassetiano de Bia a brantiano or Macochi or no just a more person more de equalizing young Crawford. Not just Adena is 10 against 1. Muchi young Crawford do not watch a modia bacco. Munya says to buy Tantino. Mopa Mudia Munchi and Kujin. More arrested all of us. We are sick and tired of saying next week, you bet you way. We are building a nation. We are building a country. Power transient. NDC would never be in power forever. And he said, ne, and a President Kofoka was a power tricky. Because of Ghana for to about mamu. And then almost 2 tests. I think there are even 2 tests. In Parliament. Absolute majority. So now no, what dreaming is all about power and a more yet the mope. Now make us the same way. Say Ghana for will regret giving absolute power to NDC. Shaniama omodeba. Na ya maso na momuno nana ya me de mano baza constitutional review no.
Onya time pa cho mamen komransa. E ko ba na so we constitutional na. Okay. Me cancel so about betrase. And I'm cancel charge because and so kwakotia no yimi eja no you're right yes so be appeal which the Attorney General is doing so appealing the Supreme Court no say nyombe kania we all ni aya try baby but to say and I'm surprised no more can answer omo impugn abai but no more attack judges no because John Dramani Mahama sabi no nam ne baby ono enyo no di asem no etiop ni odi asem a wo kan asem ye hwedi a wo ma warning no are you warning the justices of the Court of Appeal? Mami fa the academy prof. Na yes sorry. 2
ne yapon.
2 no grama.
Ne yapon.
Ai.
Yapon say.
So amantem.
And never to
Dabi and some doors. One man where your preliminary you. One man Dabi Mr. And Nadia my brother. My neighbor Prof Kumbills. Catch say na holiday.
It mo ma
Nadia. My yanya juma we Mr. Apacho.
Prof Sarpong.
Yes. Quickly presidential term. Yes 5 years. Margin mu no unse wa 1 year no yetimi de ya na afi abehye gu na ka 3 active years. Me sure say no na yen komo ama prempe committee nso e de 1 year bi aka ho. Drobeju atrema president obebo adwuma no in 4 years obetimi abo. President omo adwuma no man 10 years kra omo adwuma. Enti media metwe aban ene aban ahodo ebebe akire na dwen say we go through they shouldn't think that they have a certain plenty time. Obeka to eni atina 5 years na so. Omo bibi mo manga na work must start from day 1. More campaign now, more planning. You should plan from January 7th and 8th. So you will not see say your treat time more and your train time. Now back at 5 number. Chief Justice term 10 years is better. One year now, Chief Justice be no younger. Next or continue till 70. In switch to a more year. Say be all reforms be my judiciary no. They say within 10 years, do it and then do it well and go. Ministerial appointments, you see a cabinet at 60. For me is good, but the current situation here, one, meaning lawyer waha na say whatever the consequential effects of everybody say kind na say umbe trash emu omunye clear. Is it ministers ni efa 60 and say people of a ministerial category and 60 because a baby as here near 5 ministers 60 near one another 60 appointees they have everything equal to a minister. In almost Katuya, Omodes, Omodat, you get it. That's my warrior going forward. May I say, capping at 60 is fantastic, but is it a case say be cap 60? Now if you are CFO B, appointees B, pseudo deputy regional ministers B, spokesperson B, obehene monuments mono. No, yenny minister there, a pepe the name say. Minti de ye ko enim me say the clearance beba ma ye but me kai bia na prosa prempe committee and say government benefo asia akodi omo ho nitia omo clear ho ne ma ye e free December 7th but November 7th and our first week of November I think it's fine. I na transition period near too crashed, especially run of crack or bemuni a difference. There's virtually just about 2 weeks for government, a whole government machinery to hand over and I say do transition. I can't be anymore and so your old conversation I'm say abba. Dual citizenship sebe what the Bernard Bediako and now what the
Collins
Ouswa Bankwa Nessa Kobasa Okita Germany citizenship sebe now in Germany ni dia a dense room where didn't feel her crying 9 denchem kwa den the car say yampa so boa me so boa o se kokobu bibini nkwa na we kokobu ni bi o ye den ya o ye bibini e ya na pa die ni ne ma bi na ma obi e ko fa foreign citizenship de ka na yo mesre ho so mehwe say senke beba no na caveat bi hihiem say even for the positions of members of parliament then yes dual citizenship made you know it depends on who record so you CIA need a certain intelligence officer macro chrono. We still can't trust you with some classified information for the offices we are going to 70. I'm looking at saying wholesale say we are dual citizen keke. You say even dual citizen performance but now you the other country no. A bit me put security ni maybe at a certain position of compromise. Ni na me death penalty there sabi obi akran fa nya adwuma pen. And parliament na 300 MPs. Is it the case that the 276 will be elected?
Yes.
And then the remaining 24 will be selected, appointed? And are we selecting them or appointing them?
They will come with their modalities. But I'm saying almost the disability,
yes, women, and then women, some special I'm sure say we will wait for the additive. But means that who in it
but them zombie no be your modalities they are restricted. It should only be these people. Because I appointed one age. Why modality
the issues kakabe banti in him say they will clear all those things for me. That's my take on the
But I'm sure said your number of seats are Ubenya no. And na Ubenya sa quota no.
Well, when they put the modalities
what I suspect rather than say no, Omonyan is an UBN, but with ABI part 20, you know. Omen say, when we PPP new, what matters is that you should be within SOE, SOE, be a woman, and a disability analysis. I think that would be fairer. Because you see, let's also be careful. There would surely a be implemented and there will be a regime in place. Yes, if it's not clear enough, we better be a gerrymandering, which may not go.
And we will seek those. I will rest my case on that first part. Second part, delegate system there. May try ruling next week Wednesday. No, I'm still convinced. Say delegate system be inherent and natural. If for some reason we are going to take away delegate system at a point, then we must be ready to do the things and do them right. Now, I made the Achimangwe be just out in the example. Voters, registered voters, over 150,000 plus.
Yes.
If say a stronghold of the MPP, about 100,000 of them, if they choose, can register as MPP members. Now, Moko delegate system and care about 1,300 people in the Tuaba.
Sure.
Okay, Prof. Sarpong.
Yes, sir.
I mean, can you or say the government has accepted the size of parliament be capped and be proposed, and we propose a ceiling of 300 members.
Right.
Of these, 276 will be elected directly.
Yes.
In constituency elections like we already have.
Yes.
The remaining 24 will be elected through proportional representation among women,
proportionality,
persons with disabilities, and the youth. An independent study will be commissioned into the design of the proportional representation element.
Fantastic.
Capping parliament saves cost, and the reserved element opens the door of our legislature wider to those our politics has historically kept on the outside.
Now, only maybe. This is probably the implemented area. You may have to get a new
chamber. Yeah. Question: can maybe someone say, "Are we ready?" Are we ready?
By all means.
But even on the side of some proportional representation, say, maybe women bit no. People with disability, I don't have a problem. But maybe women bit now. Don't we already have women parliamentarians?
You see, made a mess. Oh my, yeah, political way, no. So he's an. I dear be a bayonet, Bessadio, yeah. See, I'm not careful. I ain't do US no. Me dear, say yes, say yes, yan sheye sa independent bank Ghana ha you judge for gram or you here honorable Collins there judges crack on myself so prefer independent there will be a regime also a baby as we because independent and Ukrainian independence or man we as a community then so there be any argument to let us have laws definite and yes subject to be because you do be ya be ya niama ebe nipa beti ase entina kakra no well abaya
America say white paper that so there but me sure say modalities ni niama we ba still no an there's an opportunity say clarify niama be nyasa
na nia no ye be ase ya ne be to so aba
yes
so aja
say it still remain proposal amendment proposal so I'm sure say parliament
we cry ya be ye friend say
me person me born
referendum ana sure Yatachi a fence and trend provisions are now.
I'm not too sure.
13 no more so far. I think yes, because you know presidential term no presidential na call 5 no.
And then
no parliament the anya sure say entry.
4 year. 4 year. President trench clause.
Nipa do no. I know
there. Yeah, entrench.
4 year term.
Okay.
Now say we my dear cry
no entrench won't be.
They say we say citizens bet me activate
an amendment
in the constitution.
I want a bogus cry. Unim dientia. The danger is almost 10% of registered voters. 10%. It can even come from one region.
Lawyer Pajo next week that ben what time brand na ye nin common fasa review.
No, I
think it is important.
No.
See, me bawo. Say it is important we understand what we are proposing.
Yeah, of course.
Education ne beba. Senti na call parliament. Now, ebi o ho a utimi say straight away on bebogu te say citizens na o betima make amendments. Yes, 10%, just 10%. That's why they can come from one region. Obi betimi dey
my prof in 5 minutes.
Okay. And na make shortly on the delegate system. They say the same be about transfer Supreme Court in their ruling no be next week Wednesday. No, ebema both consequential orders and some direction guidelines be a. Omufo say ebeye, but my fear is even at the parliamentary candidate selection now say nye wholesale no. Any the other two presidential candidate selection now say nye wholesale no. I can imagine the abuses that may arise if Supreme Court therefore commits the state to finance that particular thing, because say na party nisika you cannot increase the numbers for them. Is
it, Prof? The other challenge here is the make article 33 in here. Directive principles of state policy. There shall always be, there shall be by Yenisika. There be. Chapter 6. Yenisika and Yentimin. Say, so Casse, so mine sponsor political parties are agent of mine Nisika. So mine do baby Yenisika. What will we do? Now, me and some you know, may share with Supreme Court, may Pasame kind. One. I don't know ye the election of chairman.
If you know the candidate,
if I see on
why only parliamentary?
Absolutely,
I am not getting
because I won't book on
how do you are we saying that? Because
I can also share my view. Okay, what we
it is not about your view, it is about the views of the law lords.
Because you see,
it's not the law lords.
You see, at this point,
the view of the law lord.
No, but once the judgment is out, no, it's out to people to express their opinion.
The other thing within 1 year, no, a transition.
Yes, within 1 year.
But you see, near me say within 1 year transition will be between I and your pedia, and none after 1 year, no. Oh, Baba Casa will be enforced. When you pan or be quack enforce say, me party anye ABCD no. Okoka, Namu na party no so Casa Sanya, okay. Namini and one Kadiam, the best idea now. Why you bet you?
I know the Nana have a patch of my position on this.
It's not about your position. Money.
Okay.
Prof, I got 2 minutes. We
Nana time.
Only on my boy in the we are very useful digression.
Oh dear, what I remember, Sana Kobandia, my men call Minyaba Sedinam case in this. Me comment, me say, she was faced with 78 charges. And they can say, if I say counts.
Different
charges, right? Say, if I say, when Timia PNT in the case now and shut down in the properly. My worry is, why was the appeal not an opportunity? And I say, we should still have an opportunity to have her cross-examined on those counts. Near who say FDA will sign it. Because now we know yes, when Timmy enough responses near there. And America she was tried in absentia. And there wasn't any proof beyond reasonable doubt. Partly was because she was not there herself to be engaged for whatever a year na court establishment to be established. Cecilia Waba. When are we going to get that opportunity to maybe reopen the case properly? Because Sabe, a Chechiaso. Well, near lawyer Penka, former deputy attorney general. Senior Utiena, he sounds extremely convincing, like the way lawyer Slimsai also sounds convincing on the cases he is prosecuting. Omunna called the same law school. Do you get it? Until let's have that opportunity, and me brush it over case we so say. Yenya opportunity as simple, you be reopen case in one. For say no, you have to do waba. Now you follow the cases that the counts that were put before her as against. Or no sooner response of the member. Now, if you proper termination of the case. Secondly,
so let me help you. Bro. What the court of appeal does?
Oh, there be a yam point.
Answer lawyer. Answer OSCC for.
Oh, there be.
Answer to you. Mira or Kasana mebe mono. Look at the way the temper course. So answer open. We are now a bem.
Where Prof? You see what the court of appeal does, and these things are useful. A retrial, a rehearing. It's a record now. What they buy, I see what court no mo hwe hu say bibia courting and uncourting.
Yeah.
Now you are saying it's true. They could have ordered, say, if you're discharging and ordered for a retrial. They can do that. Yeah. But you see, what it is, they say, she's been convicted. A retrial in the meantime, or so when who said so as a state, nothing prevents us, although not on the same count, because I know the subjudicate, but it will be BBT. Tricky. Anything I make Ghana 50 there was a procedural error on the part of the then Attorney General for President Mills. So Asamna Kasankasa so be a fesika so be a fesika yankomda. But once on grounds of law procedure if you ask how to be saying kofa and festina oh ye bibia so ye careful titru so ye state attorney because when we hear the procedure and bo assembly go baby a we ko bi adi pa no ka say ye jai me
very well. Now I think say a waste of time. On the part of AG so go ahead. I said so because Prof, me pacho.
And the man is
no. Attorney General Eka say, or say, Tio, we written submission of respondent in answer to appellant's submissions pursuant to leave granted by this honorable court on 1st April 2026. Or say, we wish to bring to the attention of this honorable court that the record of appeal before the court. Page 1 of 42. No?
Page 1.
Yes. Introduction. Or say we wish to bring to the attention of this honorable court that the record of appeal before the court is not complete. We state that all the exhibits tendered by the prosecution during the trial does not form part of the record. The only documents found as part of the record are some of the documents which formed part of the disclosure done by the prosecution.
And what you saying?
Me person me chere say Attorney General na detective who say records before court no.
I have
me pacho. Oh, Adia me kind saying.
All right, gentlemen. Yes, Prof. Sarpong. But please, you don't have 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to wrap up.
I just have 2 things to say. Okay. One
the mic no off into
the first thing I make a question. The first thing I make a question you be say what say. Now me person me be say do people actually abscond from justice? My answer, me answer me say yes. We are told that Furiata is a fugitive of the court or of a law or something. We're absconding from justice. How do they do it? I am of the view that Madam Sedinam Temaklo went well, or Constant Hoyarianiadi, but the continuous stay there out of the jurisdiction of the country constitutes an abscond from justice. Unless anybody else, and senior lawyer is here, if he can, but not to, but that is my view. People do abscond from justice. In fact, today we are saying that she wasn't around to be heard. No, niade. What's required to go hospital? Sabi say one say maybe wa. Who can hunting na yanti weduma sebno? You cannot exonerate yourself from say. And my last thing and person make a meaning say menu agent the time they say court na kasanso a duty to protect themselves from the public impression. We the object. I'm talking about the optics. People read some stories like obetwa NDC ba no aba. Oba Omube finally appeal, then eventually she be
acquitted. But appeal was filed in 2024. I told you.
What must education then? Say appeal was heard.
And there was a preliminary issue.
And today the storyline seems to be fitting. The object may be very, very true on legal grounds on this, on that. Sincerely, let people not play or downplay the effect of the optics. None of that.
All right. I'm coming.
Lord Lenin. Lord Lord Denny there will book will be how judges arrive at the decisions they make. It is important